What's up, Aquarius? Thanks for watching. 3-card tarot for the sign of Aquarius coming right up. Wow, hope you've had a good week. It's been a crazy week for a lot of people, actually. I notice this when I'm doing readings. It's just, constantly you find that there's a theme to the way things go. And it seems to have been a crazy time, particularly around Aquarius, actually. But there we go. Let's hope things will level off a bit. I'm shuffling now and asking for 3 cards in this reading for the sign of Aquarius. And it's not going to be time sensitive, okay? I'm not going to put a time and date on it. Because the best time to watch any of these readings is the time that you're drawn to watch them, okay? So whether you're watching just as I release this or sometime in the future, I'm sure you'll actually find something in it. Okay, so 3 cards now for the sign of Aquarius, and here we go. Okay. Well, first card out is the 10 of Swords, and this is actually, it's air sign energy, so it fits Aquarius really well. Now, this is telling us that the thing we fear has happened and is actually kind of in the past. So although it's a kind of very fragmented, very unpleasant looking scene, there is actually a way forward, and that's strongly shown up here with this sunset, because we know that the sunset gives way to a sunrise. In fact, it could almost be a sunrise, couldn't it? Because we don't know which way it's facing altogether. We never know which way we're facing in terms of the really big picture that guides us through life, Aquarius. It's a plan that we agreed to before we're born into this world, and that's why it doesn't make sense. And this shows, though, that the general state of fear is in the past, or it's either, perhaps it's in the present, but it's not going to get worse once we get this card, because it's reminding us that every sunset leads to a sunrise. Okay, so, different strokes for different folks. It could apply itself very differently, depending on the way the energy's going and kind of where you are in life. It's got a lot to do with karma as well, I think, that being the science of our relationship with the divine, with God, with the universe, whatever. Rather than just the kind of instant justice type of karma thing, because as we evolve, karma addresses itself to us individually as we go. So I'm shuffling now and I'm asking, tell me more please about the 10 of Swords in this reading for the sign of Aquarius. Tell me more about Aquarius, please, in this reading. And here we go. For the 10 of Swords, we've got the 3 of Pentacles to go with it. So progress is indicated by this one. This is steady progress. The 3 of Pentacles has a lot to do with work that's being done and is already bearing fruit. So it's an ongoing thing, She's got some pentacles growing on the tree here, and it looks like she's going to organise some more. She's got a very strange pair of helpers there, though. That doesn't look as if it's making things easy. That looks as if it's complicating things a bit. But the blue sky is very nearly a clear blue sky, so there is positivity all around there. And White Rabbit shows me some fertility there. It really does. I'm also not, this isn't really in the card. I just noticed it in the reflection in the camera there. These look like 2 snakes to me, and they're making me think of pagan snakes, about kind of earth magic. It being a Pentacles card, do not forget your magic, guys. We've got to remember that. I say that in nearly every reading, because it's the thing that people need guidance with, even though we already know it. It's just so easy to forget these things, isn't it? Really, really easy. Anyway, Pentacles energy, that's Earth sign energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, possibly coming around to give some help, possibly coming around to give some hindrance. Who knows? But it is a fragmented time, okay? So this shows cohesion, and this shows that however fragmented things have got, progress is still happening. It's not 1 step forward, 10 steps back. It's more like 10 steps forward, 1 step back, which is still 9 steps up on where you were when you started. So no bad thing at all, eh? Okay, so the second card in this spread for the sign of Capricorn is the Ace of Pentacles. Right, this really shows some fluent energy. I'm always talking about fluid energy, and it's different strokes for different folks. These readings can apply themselves to different people in different ways. This essentially means what it means in terms of what I'm saying, and also what it really applies to you, what's really going on in your life at the moment. I see alchemy in this. It's the ability to create and share. It's the magic of pentacles, and the alchemy in it to me is the fact that we've got this thing here that looks like a cake to me. It's got the Tudor rose. It's laden with fruit as well. Looks incredibly positive, and so pentacles energy there. It's Earth sign again. It's Taurus. It's Virgo. It's Capricorn. So that's kind of stepping on now from the Three of Pentacles that came in to explain the Ten of Swords there. And yet again, it's showing that there's forward motion going on. Not just that it's possible, but that it's actually going on, because this is the middle card of the reading. This is the one that is kind of the heart of the matter. So there is creativity still flowing, Capricorn, okay? And, I keep saying different strokes for different folks. If that's not the case for you, if you're feeling stuck, guys, I'm really sorry, but it cycles, And I just want to point you to this one again. Okay, look at that beautiful, is it a sunset? Is it a sunrise? It's beautiful. And whichever one it is, if it's a sunset, there is a sunrise coming. Okay, so keep on looking up, and if you're not getting that opportunity to create, if you're not getting the opportunity to share, and alchemy just feels like a hopeless joke to you, well, I'm really sorry, but keep on looking, keep on believing, because there are positive possibilities everywhere in this world, friends, and just because things haven't been positive in the past doesn't mean that they can never be positive again. Right, how do these readers manage to get the cards in the shot and shuffle them at the same time? I don't know, I'm finding it really difficult. Buy a huge, enormous camera, Andy, that's the thing to do. I'm shuffling and asking, tell me more, please, about the Ace of Pentacles in this reading for the sign of Aquarius, which I'm doing in June 2019, but which is not time sensitive. It's for anyone who's drawn to it when they're drawn to it. And you don't even have to be a cappy if you're drawn to it. And the card that's come up now to tell us some more about the Ace of Pentacles is the Queen of Cups. And this is where our heart's desire starts coming into it. Our longings and a sort of long-term future view of what we'd be comfortable with. Because that is such an important thing. We all hope to manifest a good relationship that's like excitingly full of love. But there's also the long-term thing. What do you kind of do when you're both tired, What do you actually talk about? You've got things to talk about. That's really worth bringing into question here, because the Ace of Pentacles, I did feel there may be some block in this, the flow of alchemical energy that can come from this card when it comes up. And this perhaps is it, guys. Perhaps we're trying to kind of ask for and head for and manifest for ourselves a situation that is actually not really, it would be a careful what you wish for kind of thing, something that's not really what we want in the long run. Think about that, guys, okay? Because the Queen of Cups here, she is not the most experienced of queens, but she is very powerful, okay? So don't be kind of whooshed away on a carpet of love until you really kind of feel strong and steady about it. If it's real love, it will take its time, but it will happen if it's meant to be. I've seen it so many times, And also, if you think that love can't happen for you like that, just bear this in mind, Aquarius. Right? How many times in your life, in your circle of friends, have you known someone that you just never thought would really be appeal to anyone? And someone else in the group of friends, and they've got together and they're inseparable. It happens, and it actually happens all the time. So never give up. Okay, so let's have the third card in this spread for Capricorn, which I'm doing in June 2019, but which is for any time and anybody. For the sign of Capricorn on this occasion, and we have here the King of Pentacles, and he's the Mad Hatter, great character here. Now, he tells us to keep the flow going, and that's why it's so important not to get taken down by nostalgia, and to keep it real in terms of affairs of the heart, okay? Because they need to be real if they're really going to last, if they're really going to get us somewhere. Now, he loves life and all its kind of riches that we can have in life, does the King of Pentacles here. Very strong character. We're looking at Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Cappy. That's around. We've got the Pentacle, though, looking very kind of bright and rich and magical there. And good things all over the table here. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, just all kinds of fruits, flowers, wonderful things. A nice teapot as well. I do like a cup of tea. Oh, goodness me. I really like a cup of tea, Capricorn. So, hey, take it from me. Drink tea. That's not really what this card means, but I like the thought of it. Sort of almost pinkish darkness to the clouds there. So it's something we can lift our hearts. We can kind of, just energize the higher heart chakra a bit if we're feeling down in this respect. Because the thing to do when the King of what is he? Yes, the King of Pentacles, I should know by now, goodness me, but I can't read backwards. When this comes up, there is a risk that the flow of energy is going to be stopped because we're kind of hoarding things. And I feel, Cappy, for the most part, that's going to be kind of hoarding feelings from the past. Okay, but let's ask for some more meaning for that card. Tell me more, please, about the King of Pentacles in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. A little more meaning, please, about the King of Pentacles, if not a lot more meaning, please, in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. And we have the Knight of Cups. Right, so we're back into the hearts and the souls and the longings for things here, guys. It's the Knight of Cups. He is a thinker. He is a connoisseur. He's not all that practical, though. Okay, now, so looking back to the King of Pentacles as I am, just to marry these two up, because the Knight of Cups comes in to give more meaning to the King of Pentacles here. And I'm very drawn to the Mad Hatter's sign on his hat, which is, it's a price tag because he wears that hat all the time, but it's not actually his hat. He makes hats, he sells hats, so he wears a hat to advertise them with. So he's a very practical character. Yeah, he just doesn't want to hoard. Okay, and the Knight of Cups would like to kind of, he's looking at his fine wine there in his goblet, or is it a chalice? What is the meaning? Only you can tell. He's looking, at the fine wine in this thing anyway, and he would like to have a cellar full of wine and an armchair down there and a big pile of cigarettes and just, sit there and just, smoke himself to death drinking fine wines, because he doesn't care too much about the practicalities. He doesn't think enough about where it's at. Now, guys, if there's kind of, let me say, as that's come up, I'm going to say maybe you smoke too much. Okay, I smoke too much. I've got to admit to that one. That's got to be worth thinking about when this comes up. And I don't feel they're just saying that to me because I haven't burst into a coughing fit. And I usually do when they're pointing it at me. I should listen. I should heed. The thing about smoking, right, I resist the idea of giving up smoking because it seems to be like what governments want more than anything. And I never trust those people, and I enjoy smoking. But actually, every day we don't have a cigarette is actually a happier, healthier day. I know I can kind of walk somewhere if I haven't smoked, a bit further than usual. And right, free the mind anyway. Free the mind from any kind of substances that are pulling it down, Aquarius. That's really what's being shown to us as I marry up this card with the King of Pentacles, to which it's meant to give significance. Okay, gosh, right, I got a little bit kind of pointy fingery nanny state there. Don't let me tell you what to do. Don't let anyone tell you what to do, Aquarius, okay? Because the energy is flowing. The worst is over, okay? There is steady progress happening. There really is the opportunity to do this, although we've seen that it's held back a little bit by the romantic side of our higher selves. Really, the main thing the higher self wants to do is to create and share and get that alchemical thing going. Okay, hearts and flowers, very nice, but keep it real, because more hearts and flowers will come if you keep the flow going, and keep that flow going. Don't hoard it, enjoy the journey. Okay. Leave me a comment, guys. We'll share the journey. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. I'll be back with more readings in the blink of an eye. Meanwhile, peace.